Are you concerned about your future? Are the unemployment problems impacting your life? Are you looking for a better job? Are you thinking, why hasn't someone come up with a solution that will restore our economy? To find a solution to the unemployment problem, we must first understand why there is a problem. This nation has become prosperous because of the money that has been borrowed by the people and spent for the purchase of an appreciating asset, a personal home. The recent housing cycle that did not create the economic boom that is normally anticipated was because the demand for housing is drastically reduced. Not only did we overbuild the demand for housing, the number of potential home buyers coming of age in the recent birth cycle is 1/3 of the number that normally creates the demand. The young people are not having enough children to maintain the population level and produce a large demand for housing for many years to come. Recognizing these changes in our demographics has not been understood by those attempting to increase jobs. It explains why the economy is not going to recover in the next 40 years. I explain this in my new book, Creating Jobs in the 21st Century. In addition, our country suffers from an increasing debt problem that is actually beyond our capability to pay off with a poor economy. If the economy does not improve, the interest payments will be an unbearable burden for our children. This will destroy the American life as we know it. The economic crisis has been increased by governments failing to energize our economy. They have tried taxing and spending while not understanding the economics of America and what has changed in our economy to create the problem. The past housing cycles began with 75 million baby boomers coming of age in the mid-1960s, which created the first housing boom. It was followed by the X and Y generation of 53 million and 73 million each. The current generation is 23 million. The demand for housing is less than 1/3 of what would normally create a building boom in our economy. That is the problem that is not being discussed. At the same time, the baby boomers started turning 60 years of age in 2006. As they have started to retire and pass on, their homes have been coming onto the market. This is a crisis that impacts the global economy as well as our economy. Spending for consumer products continues to decline globally. Housing in America has been the primary force in the increase of our prosperity for over 60 years. It has been instrumental in assisting other nations to rebuild and improve their economy. The solution to the American economic crisis is to expand the global home building industry by building homes and communities in emerging economies and selling the homes to those that are working and affluent in those nations. The upper economic groups in emerging economies hold over $13 trillion in land and investments. Demand is so great for modern homes that financing the expansion of the global home building industry will create hundreds of millions of jobs. The expenditure of funds for the construction of homes will infuse the global economy with trillions of dollars, creating a global demand for consumer products and increase manufacturing and retail employment in the United States and globally. It is imperative that we expand the home building industry to meet the enormous global need for housing and increase the demand for consumer products globally. The old paradigm that created housing and our prosperity and helped other nations to begin to develop in the 60s and 70s must be expanded to include emerging nations. For over 60 years, Americans have borrowed enormous amounts of money to buy homes. The funds that were earned building these homes financed the American economy and energized the world economy by creating millions of manufacturing jobs. You can be part of this global effort to increase employment and begin the process of eradicating poverty by talking to those you know that would be able and willing to spread the word. Tell them about the new economic development plan. Refer them to our website, Build Global. Contact us to learn more about what is occurring to reduce the poverty for 4 billion people on this planet. The economy will recover if our global dialogue increases the understanding of the new economic paradigm that must be adopted globally to restore and increase prosperity.